Hello and welcome to the next video in our series of comparing the current consoles to the new Zscaler Experience Center. Today we're going to be covering Zscaler Cloud and Branch Connector, the administrative settings. As a reminder, in order to access Zscaler Experience Center, you will have already had to migrate to Z-Identity for admins. If you have not already done that, please contact support. We can help you with that. Or there's also lots of help documents available to help with that migration over to Z-Identity for admins. Once that migration has been completed, you will now have access to Z-Identity, and you can access your Zscaler Cloud and Branch Connector, the current portal, through Z-Identity using this tile here. And you can access Zscaler Experience Center through the banner up top here, or just type in console.zscaler.com and log in with your Z-Identity for admin credentials. As a reminder, Zscaler Experience Center is your one-stop shop for all your administrative needs for Zscaler's solutions portfolio, all of your admin consoles in one convenient place. Today, I'm going to be covering the Cloud and Branch Connector, the administration features. Now, I also created a video for all the other features more on the practitioner side, but today we're going to be talking specifically about the administration tab here. On the left, we will have the current Zscaler Cloud and Branch Connector administrative console. And on the right here, we will have the new Zscaler Experience Center, and I will show you where all the settings are, where they map to from the current console into the new Experience Center. Let's start with administration, API key management. A lot of the tasks that you can do with Zscaler Branch and Cloud Connector can be automated using APIs, and in order to do that, you will need an API key. Where you will find that in Experience Center is go under Administration, API Configuration, and we're not going to use one API right now. I'll create a separate video for that later. That's our single API for API endpoints for all of the Experience Center features here. But today we're going to see how the current legacy API maps over. So I click on Legacy API. I click on Cloud and Branch Connector API. You will see that you can see that API key within Experience Center. Going back to the current console, the next administrative option here is Connector Management under Groups, where you will find that in Experience Center is under Infrastructure, Connectors, Cloud Connector, Cloud Connector Groups. And you will see that the two match here. The next thing we're going to cover is under Branch Management for branch devices. Branch devices come in both physical and virtual form factors. And within Experience Center, you can find this under Infrastructure, Connectors, Edge, Management, Branch Devices. And again, you will see that you have both physical and virtual form factors listed here. Going back to the current console, under Location Management, we have Locations. And how that maps in Experience Center is under Infrastructure, Locations, Location Management, Locations. And you'll see that the two map nicely here. Continue with Location Management, we have Location Templates. And that's going to be in Experience Center found under Infrastructure, Locations, Location Resources, Location Templates. And you'll see the two match. Next, we have Provisioning Control. So if I click on Provisioning and Configuration, in Experience Center, this can be found under Infrastructure, Common Resources, Gateways, Internet Access. And you'll see the Internet Access Gateway is here. The next piece is Administrator Management for administration control. You can see all of the administrators listed here for Cloud and Branch Connector. Within Experience Center, you'll find this under Administration, Admin Management, Branch and Administrator Management, Branch and Cloud Connector, and you'll see the administrators here. If you go under Administrators Management here, this actually takes you to the Z Identity Administration page because a lot of the role-based access controls and the entitlements are actually handled within Z Identity and not specifically for each product within their own administrative console here within Experience Center. So I'm going to skip over role management and audit logs because all that can now be found within the Z Identity portal and move on to filtering IP and FQDN groups. If I switch over to IP pools over here, if I go into Experience Center, it's not where you would think it would be, where we've been going under infrastructure and connectors. This is actually going to fall under policies, firewall, IP, and FQDN groups here. So this is a firewall policy. If I go over to IP pool, you'll see the two are identical here. Next, we have network services. Since this is still under filtering, you'll find that in the same place. Policies, firewall, network services, network services. And you'll see the various network services listed here. Going back to the current console, we have cloud automation scripts, deployment templates. This can be found under infrastructure, common resources, deployment, cloud and edge VM deployment, deployment templates. And you can see we have AWS, Azure, GCP, Terraform, and CloudFormation scripts here. The next thing we have is Client Connector for VDI. We're going to go find VDI templates. This is Cloud Connector for VDI. Moving over to Experience Center, this is going to be under Infrastructure, Connectors, Client, Enrolled Devices VDI templates. The next VDI setting we have are VDI forwarding profiles. Within Experience Center, VDI forwarding profile can be found under Infrastructure, Connectors, Client, Forwarding Profiles, VDI profile. The next setting here is VDI device management. That can be found in Experience Center under Infrastructure, Connectors, Client, Enrolled Devices, VDI device management. And lastly, for VDI, we have VDI App Store. Within Experience Center, that can be found under Infrastructure, Common Resources, Deployment, App Store for VDI. And you'll see here at the top, VDI App Store. Next set of configurations we have are under Cloud Configuration Advanced Settings. Within Experience Center, that can be found under Infrastructure, Connectors, Cloud, Cloud Configuration, Advanced Settings. Moving on to images, Branch Connector images. This is where you can download those Branch Connector images for the various supported platforms. Within Experience Center, that can be found under Infrastructure, Common Resources, Deployment, Branch Connector, Device Images. So if I want to look for these Branch Connector images, I can click on this magnifying glass, type in images, and it came up here. So device images, where it went exactly where it went: infrastructure, common resources, deployment, branch connector. So for future reference, you can remember this path here to get here, or as a handy shortcut, just type in image here and you can click directly on that and it will take you to the page that you want. Moving on to hardware management for Zero Trust devices. This can be found under Infrastructure, Connectors, Edge, Zero Trust devices under management. Management, Zero Trust devices. And the last set of settings that we will cover here are public cloud configuration. So the first one is going to be partner integrations. These are the various partners that we will integrate with for the various hyperscaler platforms. That can be found under infrastructure, connectors, cloud, management, partner integrations. And then lastly, we have public cloud configuration, Zero Trust Gateway. Within Experience Center, that can be found under, you guessed it, infrastructure, connectors, cloud, Zero Trust Gateway, Zero Trust Gateway. And you'll see the two match up nicely here. So today we covered Cloud and Branch Connector, specifically the administration tab here. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And as always, have a nice day.